welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica, and today I have my update for the Panners Pan. This was created by Liz. She used to be Kooky Pans on Instagram. Now she's Shiny Happy Pans, and it is all about paying homage to panners that you enjoy watching or following on Instagram. And you just pick a product for a panner. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. It just has to make sense to you why you pick that product, and you set your goal for your product, and you do your thing, and then when you've reached your goal, then you roll that panner and that product out, and then you pick a new one. We started with 10 panners and 10 products. This started back in September of 2020, September 1st of 2020 to be exact. I've been doing it ever since. I've been enjoying it. I don't go through panners and products quite as quickly as some other people, but it's okay. If some panners hang out with me for a little bit longer, I'm okay with that. The first couple have been in, actually a bunch of them have been in for a while, but it's been that kind of a crazy year where I'm playing with all the things. So the products that I have in for finished goals, they're just taking a lot longer, but that's okay. If I don't get them finished in this calendar year, then they're just going to roll over to the next calendar year, and I'll finish them then when my goal will be to actually finish things again. So first up is Andrea. She's pretty as a peacock. She does some amazing eye looks. So of course I brought in an eyeshadow for her. This is the Bare Minerals Shadow in Lime. It used to be loose. I pressed it in here. I think I've used this once since the last update, so no major progress there. I'm just going to keep having that slow progress on this one because I have a lot of greens this year that I am playing with, and well, you know how that goes. Next up is Jen from Project Beauty. I'm sure you guys have seen her eye looks on YouTube. She posts quite a few beautiful eye looks on Instagram. She is definitely worth the follow, as are all of the beautiful ladies in this project that I have in here. You really should follow them, and they're going to be listed down below if you want to take a look at any of them if you haven't already been following them for a while. So for Jen, I brought in a coordinating eyeshadow. This is the Coastal Scents Hot Pot in Forest Eve. I frequently wear these two shades together. So if I've used Lime once, then I've used Forest Eve once. So again, they're just going to take a little bit. I'm okay with that. Next up is Cherise. She's Brown Eyed Girl Cherise. Unfortunately, she has not been posting lately, but she had been gone for a while and then came back. So hopefully she'll come back again. I'm sure she's got some stuff going on in her life, don't we all? And, she's still worth a follow if you want to go check out her channel. So I brought in this BH Cosmetics Bubs Beauty Bee shadow. I depotted this eons ago. She sent me this palette years ago, and this is in the shade Confident. My goal is to finish this one as well. I'm actually making good progress on this one because I don't have conflicting shades. And I actually repressed this, I want to say maybe a week ago, and it filled up pretty much all of the pan, and I've already got pan on it again. This one I'm sure is going to be done before the end of this calendar year. I'm enjoying it, and like I said, I don't have any conflicting shades in that color or really in that color family that would work in the same manner. So that one is actually getting a lot of love lately. Moving on to Deb B, because you got to do the heart. She is a purple heart fanatic, and I love it. She is so funny. Like, her humor is just, I don't know. There's something about her brand of humor that just strikes me, and I absolutely love it. And especially love the dumpster fire that she has at the end of all of her videos with her outtakes and stuff like that. She really makes me laugh a whole lot. So I brought in this shadow for her. This is actually Frankened. It is totally fetched from the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette, but I Frankened it into a purple just for Deb, and I'm making good progress on it. The pan is definitely expanding on this, and I'm sure this one is going to be done before the end of this calendar year as well. I frequently wear these two together, and it just kind of worked out that way. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm debating repressing this one because the heart's hard to get into sometimes with the brush that I like to use, so that may get repressed before the next update. Moving on to Cece, she's the Diva Next Door. She is one of the co-creators for the 50 Shades series, and I brought in a pink shade for her since we started with 50 Shades of Pink. It is in the BH Cosmetics Lost in Los Angeles palette, and I chose the shade 90210. I do have pan in that one. Sadly, I have not used this since the last update. I have quite a few pinks and other things going on right now, and this was not a priority shade for me, but rest assured it will get done. So Cece's just going to hang out with me for a little bit longer. She is on a roll because she has been creating quite a few projects that are very popular, so definitely go check her out down below. Sticking with the Lost in Los Angeles palette, this is for Linda Loves Life. Eons ago, again, I've been watching some of these ladies for a very, very long time. Linda was doing a Pan That palette. She's one of those that if she doesn't finish her Pan That palette, she will roll it over to the next year. She will pick another palette for that given year, but will still continue to work on the one from the previous year. And I remember she had black and silver like galore that she was trying to finish. So I brought in a silver shadow for her. It's not like super, super silver. It's kind of like a blue silver, but it is this shade right here. Again, I think I've only used it once since the last update, but there is like a baby little dip going on in there. I have used this on my inner corners as well as my lids, and I do really enjoy it. My goal is to hit pan on that one, so we shall see. It's going to take a little bit, but again, Linda can hang out with me. I'm okay with that. Even if she is like halfway across the world, she can still hang out with me. On to the next panner and the next product. I'm sad that Haley has not been posting, but if you have been around this panning community for a while, I'm sure you know exactly who Haley is. I brought in this Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Sunkissed Face Primer for her because she has panned one to completion, and I just thought it would be perfect for her. If you look on the back here, I was at this purple line. Now I'm at the green line. When I bend it over, you can see that's exactly where I am. I do think there is an air bubble in this because I can kind of see in there, and it looks like there might be an air bubble in there. So hopefully I will have some decent progress on this one for the next update, especially if we can get that air bubble out of there. But I'm just going to keep working on it. Even though Haley isn't posting, I'm still going to keep her into this project and, you know, see how that one goes. All right, moving on to Gabriella Francis. She is one of the newer people that I have rolled in, and sadly, she is rolling out this time because I picked a shadow for her that I absolutely enjoyed using, and I used it again and again and again and again. My goal was to hit pan, and I actually just hit pan recently on this one. This is the very worn out ColourPop Honey palette. She was attempting to hit pan in Sunburst, which is this shade right up here. And so I thought, if she's going to try to hit pan on it, I'm going to try to hit pan on it as well. And hopefully, if I turn it just the right way, you might be able to see this pan right here. I think the light might be able to catch it, hopefully. If not, I will take a close-up shot of it, so I will do an overlay of that if I can't get a good look at it in the video. So, sadly, she is rolling out. You got to do that if you want to roll new people in. I hate rolling people out because, you know, I like people hanging out with me, and I'm really kind of sad. But I am very happy that I'm going to get to roll in a new panner, so you got to take the good with the bad. So next up is Dora. She is Fuchsia Soul. She is going to be down there as well. She is just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love listening to her voice. It is so soothing. There's something about like the timbre, the raspiness of her voice and her cadence. It's just like, it's so relaxing. It's not quite ASMR, but it's so soothing. If you aren't watching Dora, you really need to be because she is awesome. So I brought in a lipstick for her because she is doing a No Buy Project Pan, which I just started doing after I rolled her into this project last update, and my dog is getting into my stuff over here. So anyway, I picked one of the problem categories, and I picked a product for that to do it no buy Project Pan style, where I have to finish off the product. Lipstick is one of my problem areas because I'm not a lipstick person, and I have a bunch of them and I don't use them like I should because I'm not a lipstick person. So I decided to bring one in for Dora, and I was at this silver line here. Now I am at this green line. It is just below the silver line and probably doesn't show up quite as well as it should on this black, but I'm making a little bit of progress, but I need to make some more. That is what I have left. It is a very easy shade to use. I do have it on my lips today over some other lip liners, so it's not completely true to color, but it's a pretty shade. It's just lipstick. Thankfully, this is a very moisturizing lipstick. Thankfully, it's not as drying as some of the other lipsticks I've tried, so hopefully I will be able to get through this in a reasonable amount of time. Though I don't really have any concept of how long it would take to do a bullet lipstick because, you know, I don't generally pan them because it's not my thing. All right, moving on to the very last person that I have rolled in. I rolled her in last update. This is for Sophie Alexandra. She created Project Level Up, and in that project you have to, for level 1, you have to pick a palette and use each shade one time and hit pan on one of those eyeshadows. If you level up to 2, then you have to use each shadow 2 times and hit 2 pans, so on and so forth to level 5. And then you can opt to keep going or go back to the first level. I'm only going to do the first level because I have so much other stuff going on. And sadly, I haven't used this at all, but I chose the ColourPop Ballad Palette. It looks like this. My goal is going to be to use each one of these once and then hit pan on one, and I just haven't used it. I have not used it. I put it in my drawer, but it was not my everyday makeup drawer. It was just my panning drawer that, like, for all the extra stuff that I'm not currently working on in my makeup basket. And yeah, I didn't use it at all. Completely forgot about it, and that's not good. I'm not going to get anywhere with that palette if I'm not actually using it. So that needs to get put into my next makeup basket, makeup drawer. Now I get to roll someone new in, and this is someone I've actually recently discovered. I know she's been around for a little bit. I don't know when she started posting, but for some reason she really just started popping up on my feed in the last, I would say, month or two. And her name is Kezia. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. She is panning with Kezia, I believe. And again, let me know if I'm mispronouncing her name because I don't really know. And I don't know if I've ever actually heard her say it. She might have, but maybe it just didn't register in my brain because, well, I'm always distracted and that's just the way my life is. So anyway, she is doing pan in every palette, and I just watched a recent video, I want to say it was actually earlier today or yesterday, where she said she only has 3 more palettes in her collection without a pan in it, and that is her goal by the end of the year, to have pan in every single palette. So I have picked a palette that does not have pan in it, and I'm going to attempt to hit pan in one of these shades. I have not picked a shade, but I am going to do that for her. So I asked Dana to help me pick out which palette. I grabbed like 4 of them, sent her a picture. I said, help me. Which one do I want to work on? And we both kind of agreed that ColourPop California Love is what we wanted, what I wanted to work on. And it's because the shades are definitely me shades, and they're also shades that I can easily multitask. This is what it looks like. There are no pans whatsoever in this. And again, I have not picked a shade that I want to work on, but I think I can make it happen. It's going to take a while, but I'm going to attempt to hit pan in this palette just for Kezia. Hopefully next month I will have a decent update for you, hopefully a little bit better than this one. This wasn't horrible because I did have a roll out and a roll in, but I feel like there's a bunch of products in here that I just really haven't touched, and I need to make a concerted effort to actually use all of the products at least once before the next update. All right, that is everything. Definitely go check out everyone that has been mentioned in this project. They're going to be linked down below in my description box. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you in my next video, have a beautiful day.